All right, so are you ready for a deep dive into something totally different?
Hit me with it.
This company, Humanchat, well, they're like pushing back against the whole AI thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're all about real human connection, like actually face to
Well,
face.
going old school, huh?
Right. And at first I thought, yeah, this is some kind of retro thing.
Yeah.
But then digging deeper into their stuff, I realized it's not just about nostalgia.
What is it then?
They're onto something way deeper, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So what's the deal?
Well, Human Chat's whole thing is that the digital world is like, it's convenient and all,
Sure.
but it just can't replicate, the depth of actually being with
You're
someone.
saying we've lost something.
We have. We're so used to screens now. We've kind of forgotten what it's like to, pick up on body language,
Uh-huh.
to feel that energy exchange, to really be present with another person.
It's all this fancy tech, and we're still missing out,
Big time, yeah.
especially when we're trying to learn stuff.
Exactly. Think about it.
Mm.
Like learning to bake bread. You can read a recipe online, sure.
Okay.
But the feel of the dough, the smell of yeast, that's real learning.
I get it.
That's what Human Chat wants to bring to AMY skill.
So it's more than just baking bread, huh?
Way more.
I mean, they've got some pretty wild examples of how this works, like that jazz enthusiast guy, Tom.
Yeah, he shares his love of music with someone right on the street.
No kidding.
And it's not just about, info dumps.
Yeah.
It's the energy they share, the spontaneous connection. You can't get that online.
And what about that hiker?
Oh, yeah, teaching someone on a mountain trail?
It's not just learning knots.
Yeah.
It's about building trust through a shared experience.
Right on.
I mean, imagine like a wood carving workshop.
Oh, yeah.
Smell of wood, feel of the tools, the expert guiding your hand.
Yeah.
It's not a YouTube video.
Exactly.
And they even talk about a new mom getting support from a parent at a park. That's deep.
It is. Sometimes what we need is just another person there to feel seen and heard, You don't get that through a screen.
Okay, so I get the WHY,
Yeah.
but how does it actually work? Is it some complicated app?
Nope. Super simple.
Really?
First, you find your experts. They have this global network of people just dying to share their knowledge and skills.
So anyone can be an expert.
Pretty much, as long as they have a passion and, deep knowledge.
I like it. Like democratizing expertise.
Exactly.
Okay, then what?
You set up a session, like any appointment really, but instead of a video call, you meet face to face.
When and where you both agree on.
Right.
And that's when the real learning happens.
The human connection part.
They call it engaging and learning.
Yeah, getting out there in the world, interacting with someone who gets you, and learning by doing.
Okay, I'm starting to get the picture.
Yeah.
But let's say I wanted to learn something specific,
Yeah.
like how to fix my old motorcycle.
Well, you'd go on Human Chat, search for motorcycle repair experts, see their profiles, read reviews, get a feel for who's right for you.
And then what? I actually meet up with them in their garage, maybe get my
Uh-huh.
hands dirty.
Exactly. It's bringing back that hands-on mentorship style learning we've lost.
This is sounding less like a platform and more like a movement.
Yeah. They even say turn Wi-Fi off and turn life on.
I love that.
Challenging the status quo, reminding us that real connection happens offline in those spontaneous moments.
I get it. But I know some listeners might be thinking, hold on, meeting up with strangers.
Yeah.
Safety, vetting experts, how do they handle all that?
Oh, they address it for sure. Safety is a huge priority. All meetups are in public places, and they have a 247 support line if anything feels off.
Okay.
Plus, both experts and learners are reviewed.
To make sure everyone's contributing positively.
Yeah.
And what about cost? Is it like hiring a private tutor?
Not really. They're super transparent about costs. Experts set their own rates.
So it's flexible.
Totally. Some experts are just happy to share their knowledge for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Others charge a fee.
Okay, so safety's covered, costs are clear. It's all about real people in the real world. But what makes Human Chat really different?
Well, it's not just about info dumps. It's about actually experiencing things, connecting with people, building trust and confidence in a way you can feel. They want to bring back that spark you get when you connect with someone offline.
Like we're hardwired for that connection, but we've lost it in the digital world.
Exactly. Remember what it feels like to really connect with someone?
I do.
That's what they're bringing back.
You know, this reminds me of Airbnb.
Really?
Yeah. Remember, nobody thought strangers would stay in each other's homes,
Right.
but they tapped into this desire for authentic experiences. Could Human Chat be the same kind of disruption,
That's an interesting parallel for sure.
but for learning and connection?
Yeah, Airbnb changed travel by making it personal building community. Human Chat might be doing the same, but for learning and growth. It's not just about getting info, it's about building relationships, a community.
And Airbnb's founders, they just came out of nowhere and changed everything.
Yeah.
Humanchat's founder, Gaston Montenegro, an entrepreneur from Argentina.
Okay.
Does he have that same energy?
He does. He's got a solid track record, known for thinking outside the box and jumping on new trends. And he's passionate about using tech to make human connection better. That's the heart of Humanchat.
So we've got a vision, a platform, and a founder who knows how to disrupt things. This is getting interesting, but we need to take a closer look at some of the challenges and opportunities facing Humanchat.
Yeah, for sure. Any big idea like this is going to hit some bumps along the way.
So what's the biggest one for Humanchat?
I think it's got to be scaling up while keeping the quality high.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
They want to go global, but how do they make sure everything stays consistent and safe as they grow?
It's like that old saying, too many cooks in the kitchen, right?
Exactly. Small things are perfect.
Yeah.
Then boom, you expand and things get watered down.
Like those early Airbnb horror stories.
Right as they got bigger vetting hosts and guests got way harder.
Humanchat needs to be careful to avoid that.
Definitely.
And it's not just vetting. Matching people up properly is key, too.
Absolutely.
How do they make sure learners find the right expert?
Well, that's where their algorithm comes in.
Oh, yeah.
It goes beyond just keywords.
Okay.
It factors in things like learning styles, experience, even personality to find the best matches.
So like a matchmaking service, but for knowledge.
Kinda, yeah, pretty wild, right?
And I bet there are logistical hurdles, too.
Oh, tons.
Think about coordinating meetups across different time zones, languages, cultures.
It's a lot.
Okay, so lots of obstacles. But let's be optimistic.
Yeah.
What are the huge EE wins if they pull this off?
The potential is massive.
Yeah.
Imagine anyone anywhere can learn directly from passionate experts right in their own community.
It would change education as we know it.
It would.
It's like bringing back mentorships, apprenticeships, those old school ways of passing on skills.
But making them accessible to everyone.
Exactly. And it taps into this need for lifelong learning. People aren't sticking to just one career anymore.
Nope. They're always evolving, picking up new skills.
And Humanchat makes that easier.
Way easier.
And it's not just about climbing the career ladder. It's about personal growth passions.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I could find someone to teach me astronomy, beekeeping. The list goes on.
It
But, and let's not forget the social aspect.
Right.
We're so isolated these days, glued to our screens.
Uh-huh.
Humanchat could be the antidote, bringing people together for real.
It could.
So it's not just about information, it's about community. Those
Yeah.
real-world bonds that keep us healthy.
Exactly.
And think about the economic impact.
Huge.
This could create a whole new market for expertise. People
Yeah.
could share their skills and make a living.
Doing what they love.
It's like the gig economy, but for knowledge.
It is.
That's a game changer.
And you know who could really benefit?
Yeah.
People who are often left behind in the traditional systems.
Like who?
Retirees with all that experience.
Yeah.
People with disabilities who might struggle in regular classrooms.
Humanchat opens doors for everyone.
Ex-
So we're not just changing an industry here. We're talking about reshaping how we learn, connect, build community. It's a huge vision. But let's be realistic. Even with the best ideas and a visionary founder like Montenegro, success isn't guaranteed.
True that.
Lots of startups crash and burn even with everything going for them.
So many.
What are the make or break factors for Humanchat?
Well, trust is a big one.
Oh, yeah.
They're asking people to step out of their comfort zones, meet strangers for these learning sessions.
That's a big ask.
It is. It's way different than just clicking buy online.
True.
Humanchat needs to be super serious about safety.
Right.
Think background checks, guidelines for behavior, maybe even a rating system like Uber to keep people accountable.
So it's more than just a platform. It's like creating a whole culture of trust.
Right.
And they have to be adaptable too, right?
Oh, for sure.
The world changes fast. What people want to learn changes fast.
Agility is key. They can't just launch and sit back. They've got to constantly evolve, add new features, listen to users, stay ahead of the curve.
Like social media platforms always tweaking their algorithms.
Exactly.
It's like they're exploring uncharted territory. Got to be ready for anything.
They do.
But if they can handle these challenges, stay true to that human-centered approach,
Yeah.
who knows what they could achieve?
And it goes beyond just Humanchat.
It does.
Their success or failure says something about us as a society.
In what way?
In a world where AI is taking over, what happens to those uniquely human skills and connections?
That's a big question.
It is. Will we value those things even more as automation advances?
I wonder.
Are services like Humanchat a sign of things to come?
Are people starting to push back against the digital overload?
Are we craving a more balanced life?
I think we're already seeing it.
Me too.
Mindfulness practices, digital detox, retreats, the whole slow living trend.
It all points to a desire for something more authentic, more grounded, more human.
And Humanchat, with its emphasis on face-to-face real-world experiences, fits right in.
It does.
They're not just building a company. They're part of a bigger movement, pushing back against the dehumanizing parts of tech and rediscovering the power of human connection. So let's bring it back to our listeners.
Okay.
What does this all mean for them?
Good question.
Why should they care about Humanchat, even if they're not going to learn blacksmithing or astrophysics tomorrow?
Well, it's bigger than just learning a skill.
Okay.
It's about realizing how important human connection is in this increasingly digital world.
It's about asking ourselves, are we missing out by hiding in our online bubbles?
Exactly. Are there chances for growth, for learning, for connection that we're overlooking right in our own communities?
It's like we're so focused on getting things done quickly and easily that we've forgotten how good it feels to just connect with someone in person.
Exactly. We've traded depth for breadth,
Yeah.
real experiences for virtual ones.
Yeah.
But I think people are starting to realize something's missing.
You see it everywhere.
Yeah.
Board games are, community gardens are popping up. Escape rooms are huge.
It's like we're craving those shared experiences, that tangible connection,
And Humanchat is right there offering a way to tap into that.
in a way that's both meaningful and educational.
They're not just connecting people for the sake of it.
No, they're fostering relationships.
You know, it's funny.
Yeah.
We talk about the future of work, the future of education, but what about the future of connection?
Interesting.
It feels like Humanchat is asking that question and maybe even giving us a glimpse of what that future could be.
It could be.
What if in a future full of AI and robots, the most important skills are the ones machines can't copy?
Like what?
Empathy, creativity, critical thinking, the ability to connect with people and inspire them,
Those are the things that make us human.
right? The things that help us build relationships and make the world a better place.
And Humanchat is reminding us that those skills grow best through real human interaction.
Exactly. And in a world that seems so focused on what divides us,
Yeah.
Humanchat is offering a way to bridge those divides, to find common ground through things we're passionate about.
It's like they're saying, forget the algorithms, the filters, the online echo chambers.
Yeah.
Let's just get together in person and remember how good it feels to connect with each other.
I love that.
And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe those simple connections will spark something bigger, new ideas, collaborations, friendships that could change the world.
Now that's a thought. And it reminds me of something you said earlier about Humanchat being more than just a company. It's a movement.
It is.
They're not just selling a service. They're selling an idea.
Which is?
The idea that human connection matters, that it's worth investing in, that it's the key to a happier, more fulfilling life.
And in a world that's becoming more and more tech-driven, I think that idea is going to resonate even more strongly.
I think so too. People are craving authenticity, connection experiences that go beyond the screen. So to all our listeners out there, I say this, pay attention to Humanchat. Even if you never use the platform, what they're doing is a sign of the times, a reminder that in a world that's increasingly virtual, the most valuable things are still real.
Absolutely. And remember, you don't need an app to connect with people. Put down your phone, get away from the screen, and engage with the world around you.
What do you mean?
Talk to a stranger, join a local club, take a class, volunteer your time.
Good advice.
You might be surprised by the connections you make and the things you learn.
Well said. That's it for our deep dive into Humanchat. We hope you found it interesting and maybe even inspiring. Remember, the future is what we make it. It's up to us to choose connection, authenticity, humanity.
And to choose to turn off the Wi-Fi every now and then and rediscover the beauty of the offline world.
Beautifully put. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and stay human.